I am Dr. Vasudevi Ramachandran, Associate Professor, Department of Microbiology and Biotechnology, Faculty of Arts and Science, Bharat Institute of Higher Education and Research, Chennai. My course name, Immunology, course code U18 MCMI 502, topic B cell development. The discovery of B cell immunity. 1954, Isaac Glick and the Ohio State University, the studies on the function of the bursa of Fabrius, a lymphoid organ in the cloacal region of the chicken, and percutami, no aberrant effect. The percutaminized chickens were later used in experiments to arise antibodies to Salmonella antigens. None of the persectomized chickens made anti-salmonella antibodies. The persa was later found to be the organ in which antibody producing cells developed. Antibody producing cells were thereafter called B cells. Mammals do not have a persa of Fabrius. Origin of B cells and organ of B cell maturation. Transfer marked fetal liver cells. This is a normal bone marrow. There is a mature marked B cell in periphery. B cell development starts in the fetal liver. This is a defective bone marrow. There is no mature B cells. After birth, development continues in the bone marrow. The B cell development in the bone marrow, that is, regulates construction of an antigen receptor, ensures each cell has only one specificity, checks and disposes of self-reactive B cells, exports useful cells to the periphery, provides a site for antibody protection, and bone marrow provides a maturation and a differentiation, that is a microenvironment and for a B cell development. Bone marrow, look at this diagram. This is MS, that is ME. Scheme of B cell development in the bone marrow. This is stromal cells, that is progenitors, pre-B, macrophage, central sinus, it is a immature and mature B cell. Bone marrow stromal cells, that is nature developing B cells. The stromal cells, this is cell-cell contact. There is a specific cell-cell contacts between stromal cells and developing B cells. Secretion of cytokines by stromal cells, the secreted factor cytokines. Types of cytokines and cell-cell contacts needed at each stage of differentiation are different. This is maturing B cells. This is bone marrow stromal cells. This is stromal cell. Stages of B cell development. First one is a stem cell, early pro B cell, late pro B cell, large pre B cell, small pre B cell, and immature B cell. This is a peripheral and mature B cell. Each stage of development is defined by a rearrangement of IGH chain genes, IGL chain genes, expression of surface Ig, expression of adherence molecules, and cytokine receptors. Cytokines and cell-cell contacts at each stages of differentiation are different. Stromal cell, the green color is VCAM1, that is Ig superfamily, and cell aggressions molecule, this is a stem cells attached, there is a VLA4, that is intragene. The early pro B, it's a KIT receptor, tyrosine kinase, and stem cell factor, cell bound growth factor. The cytokine and cell contact at each stages of differentiation are different. This is stromal cell, early pro-B, interleukin 7 receptor, late pro-B, and interleukin 7 growth factor, this pro-B. Then the stages of differentiation in the bone marrow are defined by Ig gene rearrangement, that is based on that B cell stages, and IgH gene configuration. In B cell stages, stem cells, then a germline, on early pro-B, in configuration DH2, JH, in stage late pro-B, configuration BH2, DH and JH, and large pre-B, the configuration BH, DH and JH. This is a pre-B cell receptor expressed. This is Ig light chain gene has not yet rearranged. B cell receptor, look at this heavy chain, BH, DH, JH and GH, CH, mu, light chain BL, JL, CL, and Ig alpha and Ig beta signal transaction molecules. And there is a V3B, that is a delta 5, that is transiently expressed when VH, DH, JH, and CHM is protectively rearranged. V3B for 15, the surrogate light chain is a record for surface expression. The ligand for the pre-B cell receptor may be galactine 1 and heparan sulfate. Other pre-BCR or something as yet unknown. The ligation of the pre-B cell receptor, the stromal cell, unconfirmed ligand of pre-B cell receptor, large pre-B, suppresses further H chain rearrangement, triggers entry into cell cycle, and ensure only one specificity of, that is antibody expressed per cell. Then expand only the pre-B cells within frame BH, DH, JH joints. The suppresses further H chain rearrangement. So I already told you that they ensure only one specificity of antibody expressed per cell. Then that is allelic exclusion, that is expression of a gene and one chromosome prevents expression of the allele on the second chromosome. Evidence for allelic exclusion, that is allotype polymorphism in the C region of Ig, one allotype inherited from each parent. The allotype can be identified by staining B cell surface Ig with antibodies. So look at this diagram, that is green plus a, small a, and that is a small b red color. That is the combination, that is a bar small b. This is possible. The second one is not possible. The suppression of H chain rearrangement by pre-B cell receptor prevent expression of two specificities of antibody per cell. The allelic exclusion prevent unwanted responses. SRS, that is anti-SRS antibodies. There is one antigen receptor per cell. Here that is two antigen receptors per cell, that is SRS, that is anti-SRS antibodies. This is self-antigen expressed by example brain cell, that is anti-brain antibodies. Here the suppression of H chain gene rearrangement ensures only one specificity of antibody expressed per cell, prevents induction of unwanted response by pathogens. The allelic exclusion is needed for efficient clonal selection. S typhi, that is antibody. S typhi, That is, all daughter cells must express the same Ig specificity, otherwise the efficiency of the response would be compromised. The suppression of H chain gene rearrangement helps prevent the emergence of new daughter specificities during proliferation after clonal selection. The allelic exclusion is needed to prevent holes in the receptors. There's one specificity of antigen receptor per cell, that is anti-brain Ig, that is exclusion of anti-brain B cell, example self-tolerance, that is a deletion and energy. But two specificity of antigen receptor per cell, here the anti-brain, there is Ig and anti-S-RS Ig, but anti-S-RS B cell will be excluded, leaving a hole in the receptor S-RS. This is not possible. So the ligation of the pre-B cell receptor, stromal cells, that is an unconfirmed ligand of pre-B cell receptor, large pre-B, that is suppresses further H chain rearrangement and triggers entry into cell cycle. Here ensure only one specificity of antibody expressed per cell. Expand only the pre-B cells within frame VH, DH, JH chains. The triggers that is entry into the cell cycle. Expand only the pre-B cells within frame VH, DH, JH chains. The large pre-B cells needed in frame VH, DH, JH chain to mature. This is a human IgG3 heavy chain nucleotide sequence. There is a translation in frame 1. There is a translation in frame 2, no protein. Translation in frame 3. This is the translation in frame 2, no proteins, the development, arrest here. The translation in frame 3 is the development, arrest here also. The large pre-B, that is a translation in frame 1, development continuous, pre-B cell receptor can be activated. The ligation of the pre-B cell receptor triggers entry into the cell cycle. Large pre-B, that is a proliferation. Many large pre-B cells with identical pre-B receptors, that is large pre-B. Proliferation stops pre-receptors not displayed here, that is the intracellular V, D, J, CH chain, and VL and JL rearranges, and IgM, that is a immature B cell, light chain expressed IgM displayed on surface. Yes, intracellular VD, JCH chain and VL to JL rearranges. Heavy chain and light chain rearrangement is potentially V, D, J, C, germline, V, D, J, C, that is a DH to JH joining. The third one is V, D, J, C, joining, V, J, C, germline, VL to JL joining. That is in the top 3 one is a large pre-B, and here the low one's germline VL to JL joining is a small pre-B. With the 2 random joined to generate a heavy chain, there is a 1:9 chance of a rearrangement of being in frame. The lower one with 1 random joined to generate a light chain, there is a 1:3 chance of rearrangement being of frame. There is therefore only a 1:27 chance of an frame rearrangement. Out of frame rearrangement arrests further B cell maturation. The B cell have several chances to successfully rearrange Ig genes. Early pro-B, that's a DH to JH, and first chromosome? Yes. The late probe, the DH2, JH, no second chromosome. Yes. There is no B. Then VH2D and JH and first chromosome. Yes. No VH2DHJ second and second chromosome. The pre B. Yes. That is the second VH2DHJ and second chromosomes no B cell. And that K and first chromosome, yes, it is a immature B, that is IgMK. Then K on first chromosome, no. K on second chromosome, yes, it is IgMK. B, no. The lambda on the first chromosome, yes. IgM lambda, no. Lambda on second chromosome, yes, it is IgM lambda. The lambda on second chromosome, no B cell. The acquisition of antigen specificity creates a need to check for recognition of self-antigens. That is a small pre-B cell, no antigen receptor at the cell surface, unable to sense that is antigen environment, and many be self-reactive. This is an immature B cell, that is a cell surface Ig expressed, then able to sense it is antigen environment, and it can now be checked for self-reactivity. The first one is physical removal from the receptor, and that immature B cell is deletion. In small pre B cells is the paralysis of function, is NRE for immature B cell. In small pre B cell, it is the alternation of specificity. In immature B cell, that is a receptor editing. The B cell self-tolerance clonal deletion. That is a small pre-B, that is a small pre-B cells is assemble Ig, that is immature B, that is immature B cell recognizes multivalent self-antigen, and the immature B is a B, that is a clonal deletion by apoptosis. B cell self-tolerance energy, small pre-B, that is a small pre-B cells assemble in Ig, immature B, that is immature B cell recognize, so that is soluble self-antigen, no cross-linking. Then that is immature B cells is like a IgD, normal IgM, low, that is IgM, IgD, IgD, IgD. This is energetic B cell. Receptor editing. So the rearrangement encoding a self-specific receptor can be replaced. That is VDJ, that is a receptor recognizes self-antigen. Then apoptosis or energy. Then arrangement, development, and reactive, that is RAG1 and RAG2. That is VDJ, and C. That is editing receptor now recognizes a different antigen and can be rechecked for specificity. B cell self-tolerance, that is export of that is tolerant B cell, small pre-B, that is a small pre-B cells assembles Ig, so immature B cell does not recognize any self-antigen. There is IgD and IgM normal, that is IgD, IgM, IgD, IgM, IgD, IgM, IgD. Here the mature B cell exported to the periphery. How can we B cell express IgM and IgD simultaneously? Look at this. C mu, C gamma, rho, and alpha, beta, C, that is 2, 4, and 2. This is the IgM to IgD arrangement. This is the IgG3 produced switch from IgM, and IgA1 produced switch from IgG3, and IgA1 produced switch from IgM. The splicing of IgM and IgD RNA. Two types of mRNA can be made simultaneously in the cell by differential usage of alternative polyadenylation sites and splicing of the RNA. RNA cleaved and polyadenylated at PA1, IgM mRNA, and RNA cleaved and polyadenylated at PA2, IgD mRNA. What are the external signals that activate B cells? This. Although FAB, that is fragments bind to membrane Ig, no signal is transduced through the B cell membrane, and bridging or cross-linking of a different MLG allows the B cell receptor to transduce a weak signal through the B cell membrane. Then extensive cross-linking of bound to MLG using an antibody enhances the signal through the B cell membrane. So these are the figures. Look at this. That is a ring staining. Ig is evenly distributed around the cell surface. The second diagram, it is a patches. Ig is that is aggregated in uneven clumps as a result of mild cross link of Ig, and capping. Ig is collected at a pole of the cell in a cap as a result of extensive cross-linking of Ig. Transduction of signals by the B cell receptor, that is extracellular antigen recognition domains, Ig beta, Ig alpha, that is the intracytoplasmic signaling domain. This is the cytoplasmic domains of the Ig alpha and Ig beta contain immunoreceptor tyrosine based activation motif, and tyrosine residue that is separated by 9 to 12 amino acids. Phosphorylations by SRC kinases, that is kinase domain, SH2 domain, SH3 domain, that is unique region. The first one is a kinase domain, enzyme domain, phosphorylates tyrosine to give phosphotyrosine, that is SH2 domain, phosphotyrosine receptor domain. The SH3 domain, the adapter protein requirement domain, and unique region ITAM, there is a binding domain. The phosphorylation changes the properties of a protein by changing its conformation, and changes in conformation may activate or inhibit a biochemical activity or create a binding site for other proteins. Phosphorylation is rapid, requires no protein synthesis or degradation to change the biochemical activity of a target protein, and it is reversible via the action of phosphatases that remove the phosphate. Next, the regulation of SRC kinases. The kinases domain, that is the inhibitory tyrosine residue, and in between this activating tyrosine residue, and the phosphorylation of activating tyrosine stimulates kinase activity, and the phosphorylation of inhibitory tyrosine, that is inhibit kinase activity by blocking access to the activating tyrosine residue. Regulation of SRC kinase by CSK and CD45. C terminus, that is a resting cells. The SRC kinase is inactivated by a, that is a constitutively the expressed C terminal SRC kinase CSK, that is activated cells, a phosphatase associated with the leukocyte, the common antigen CD45 removes the C terminus phosphate, allowing the activating tyrosine to be phosphorylated. The balance between CSK and CD45 phosphatase activity sets the threshold for initiating receptor signaling. Phosphorylation of ITAMS by SRC kinases. First, CSK inactivate SRC, the interact with low affinity with the ITAM of resting receptors. And the second one is antigen clusters B cell receptors with CD45 phosphatases. SRC kinases are phosphorylated and are activated to phosphorylate ITAMS. And SRC kinase bind to phosphorylated ITAMS and are activated by phosphorylate adjacent ITAMS. SYK protein tyrosine kinases. The CD45 phosphatase allows activation of SRC family kinases, that is BLK bulk, FYN and LYN, and receptors cross-linking activities, SRC kinase that phosphorylate ITAMS in the Ig alpha and Ig beta. The SKY2X SH2 domains space to bind to phosphotyrosines on an ITAM, and one SKY binds to there is Ig alpha and two Ig beta. Each SYK transphosphorylates the others. The B cell co-receptors. The B cell co-receptor, the co-receptor phosphorylation, there is antigen recognition, and this that is a C3D binds to CD21, the complement receptor 2, that IMLG and CD21 are cross-linked by antigen that has activated complement. The CD21 is phosphorylated and receptor associated kinases phosphorylate CD19. The phosphorylated CD19 activates more SRC family kinases. The SRC family kinases then bind to phosphorylated CD19. The ligation of the co-receptor increases B cell receptor signaling 1000 to 10,000 fold. The activation of signals that affect gene transcription. The cell membrane associated B cell linker protein, there's a PLNK, contains many tyrosine residues. The PLNK binds TEC kinases. The TEC kinases activate phospholipase. Then activated SYK phosphorylates BLNK. Then the PLC gamma cleave phosphotinoacetal bisphosphate BIP2 to yield this diacylglycerol DAC and ionocetal triphosphate IP3. The activated SYK phosphorylates the guanine nucleotide exchange factors that in turn activate small GTP binding protein, that is RAS and RAC. That RAS and RAC activate the MAP kinase cascade. The transmission of signals from the cell surface to the nucleus. The B cell specific parts of the signaling cascade are associated with receptors unique to B cell, MLG, GCD19, etc. The subsequent signals that transmit signals to the nucleus are common to many different types of cells. The ultimate goal is to activate the transcription of genes, the product of which mediate host defense, proliferation, differentiation. The simplified scheme linking antigen recognition with the transcription of B cell specific genes, that is MAP kinase cascade. The small G protein activates MAP kinases found in all multicellular animals. Activation of MAP kinase that is ultimately lead to phosphorylation of transcription factors from the AP1 family such as FOS and JUN. Increases in intracellular calcium via IP3. IP3 produced by PLC gamma binds to calcium channels in the endoplasmic reticulum and releases intracellular store of C into this cytosol. Increases intracellular calcium, activate the phosphatase calcineurin, which in turn activates the transcription factors NFAT. The activation of protein kinase C family membrane members via DACG, the DAC stayed associated with the membrane, and regret protein kinase C family members, the PKC serine or tyrosine protein kinases ultimately activate the transcription factors NFKB. The activated transcription factors AP1, NFAT, and NFKB induce B cell proliferation, differentiation, and effector mechanism. Differentiation in the periphery. This is a mature peripheral B cell, and the second one is a B cell recognizes non-self antigen in periphery, and Ig secreting plasma cell. Plasma cell, mature B cell, and plasma cell. The mature B cell, the surface antigen, it's a high, yes, no, yes, yes in grow high rate, surface MHC, and high rate of secretion, growth, somatic and isotype, such as in a mature B cell, high, yes, no, yes, yes, yes. In the plasma cells, low, no, yes, no, no, no. The recirculating B cell normally pass through lymphoid organs. This is a B cell in blood, the T cell area. This is a B cell area. This is a efferent lymph, and that is a recirculating B cells are tracked by foreign antigens in lymphoid organs. This antigen enters node in that is afferent lymphatic. This is a B cell have blood and enter lymph node via high endothelial venals. That is a B cell proliferate rapidly. That is a germinal center. That is a transient structure of intense proliferation, and the germline center releases B cell that differentiate into the plasma cell. This is a B cell stained brown in the germinal center. This is the follicular dendrite cells stained blue in the germinal. This is a retention of antigens on follicular dendritic cells. This is a maturation of follicular dendritic cells. That's a club-shaped tips are developing dendrites. This is the filiform dendrites. This is a bed formation on dendrites. This is a bed formation on dendrites. The association of antigen with FDC. Antigen enters the germinal center into the form of an immune complex with C3b and antibodies attached, and IGFC receptor, complement receptor, that is a FDC surface. The immune complexes bind to FC and the complement receptor and the FDC dendrites, and the filiform dendrites of FDC develop beads coated with a thin layer of immune complex. The asosomes formation and release, DC veils, and the veils are antigen bearing dendrites cells surrounded by the beads and the layer of immune complex in thickened by the transfer from the dendritic cells. And this is the black coated particles bind to the and are taken by the B cell surface immunoglobulin. The uptake of lysosomes, that is antigen by B cells, lysosomes bearing the different antigens, anti-B cells, and surface Ig capture antigens, cross-linking of antigen receptor activates B cell, activated B cell expresses CD40. The fate of antigen internalized by the B cells, capture by antigen, specific Ig maximizes uptake of single antigen. Next, the binding and internalization via Ig includes expression of CD40. The antigen enters exogenous antigen processing pathway, and the peptide fragments of antigen are loaded into MHC molecules, that is intracellularly. Then MHC or a peptide complex are expressed at the cell surface. T cell helps to B cells. The T cell antigen receptor, the signal 1 antigen and antigen and antigen receptor, T cell antigen receptor, second co-receptor CD4, CD40 ligand, and the ligand 2 T cell help. The T cell help signal 2 to signal 1, the cytokines, that is IL4, IL5, IL6, ILN gamma, IGF beta. The B cells are inherently prone to die by apoptosis. Signal 1 and 2, that is upregulate BCL XL in the B cell, and BCL XL prevents apoptosis. Signal 1 and 2 thus allow the B cell to survive. The T cell regulate the survival of B cell and thus control the clonal selection of B cells. The T cell helps signal 2 activates hypermaturation. The receipt of signal 2 by the B cell also activates the hypermaturation in the CDR encoding part of the Ig genes. Here the deletion, delicious mutation, the beneficial mutations, neutral mutations. Here the lower affinity, higher affinity, and identical affinity based on that. This is a signal 2, and thus T cells regulates which B cells are clonally selected. Low affinity Ig take up and present Ig to T cell inefficiently, and inefficient presentation of T cells does not include CD40. With no signal 2 delivered by CD40, low affinity B cell die. Only B cells with high affinity Ig survive. This is affinity maturation. Control of affinity and affinity maturation. 5 B cell antigen receptors, all specific for but the different, that is affinities due to somatic hypermaturation of Ig gene in the germinal center. Then only this cell that has high affinity for antigen can express CD40. Only these cells can receive signal 2. Only these cells is, that is a rescue from the apoptosis. Example, cloned selected. The cells with a lower affinity receptors die of apoptosis by neglect. This is a germinal center, macrophages, stained. The role of T cell cytokines in T cell health. That is a cytokine, that is IL4, IL5, IL6. The proliferation and differentiation. This is the proliferation and differentiation of IgM, IgG3, IgG1, and IgG2B, and IgG2A, and IgE, and IgA, then IL4 and IL5, IFN gamma, IGF beta. Then regulation of specificity, there is a cognate recognition. Yes, a T cell can only help the B cell that present antigen to them, and B cell are best at presenting antigen that they take up most efficiently, and B cell are most efficient at taking up antigens that their B cell antigen receptor bind to. T cell and B cells help each other to amplify immunity specific for the same antigen and regulates the characteristics of adaptive immunity. and improve the specificity, affinity, the better to second exposure, and the specific antigen dependent, the learned by experience, and its memory in T cell and B cell pool. That is a synaptic B cells are red and T cells green. These are cells that is surrounded by the B cells with cytoskeletal stained green. This is a recirculation. B cells are tapped by foreign antigen into the lymphoid organs. The antigen enters node in efficient lymphatic. This is a B cell leaflet enter to the node via high epithelial values. And germinal, I already told you the same one. Germinal center release B cells that differentiate into the plasma cell. It is a primary follicle formation. The antigen loaded dendritic cells migrate from the subcapsular sinus to paracortical area of the lymph node, and the T cell migrate through the HEV and are tapped by the antigen and DC. The T cell proliferate, and B cell migrate through the HEV. Some interact with the T cell and proliferate to form a primary focus, and B cell 90% and T cell 10% migrate to form a primary follicle. This is a T cell motility in the lymph node. The germinal center, there is a follicles become secondary follicles when germinal center develop. This is a light zone, dark zone. This is a follicle dendritic cells select useful B cells. The B cell that is a down regulate surface that proliferate, that is a somatically hypermutate the Ig genes, the affinity maturation, and B cell that is a up regulates surface Ig, so that is a stop dividing and receive the that is, signal from T cell and FDC. This is the apoptosis of self-reactive and unselected cells. And selected cells leaves lymph nodes as memory cells or plasma cells. 2 B cell lineage, B cell precursor, and the mature B cells, plasma cells, and CD5, and distinct B cell precursors, IgM, no other isotypes. B1 B cells, that is a primitive B cells found in flora and peritoneum. So B2 cell, B1 and B cells. That is IgM uses that is a difference and a restricted range of B region and a few non-template encoded region in IgM, and recognize repeating epitope antigen and natural antibody, not part of adaptive immune response, no memory induced, not more efficient and second chance present from birth. That's comparison of B1 and B2 B cell properties, the B1, B2. That is a N region, B region, few, extensive, and B region repeated, that is a restricted, that is a diverse, and locations is a peritoneum, flora, and everywhere. And a renewal, self-renewal in situ is a bone marrow. In spontaneous, Ig production is high, low in B2. In the isotypes IgM, here IgM, G, A, D, E in B2. In the carbohydrate specificity, yes, are rarely in B2. In protein specificity, rarely in B2, yes. And need T cell help, no in B1, yes in B2. In somatic hypermaturation of Ig, no, it's a high. In memory development, no in B1, yes in B2. The specificity and the requirement of T cells helps suggest distinctly the different type of antigen are seen by B1 and B2 B cells. T-independent antigens, TI2, is a mature B cells that bind to the multivalent self-antigen undergo the apoptosis, and the mature B1 is a non-bone marrow derived B1 cells are directly stimulated by antigen containing a multivalent epitope. That is independent antigens. That's the bacterial lipopolysaccharides, that is a bind to host LPS binding protein in plasma. And the LPS and LPS BP is a capture of CD14 and the B cell surface. This toll-like receptors that is interacts with the CD14 LPS and complex, and activation of B cell. The T-dependent antigens, that is the 6 different B cells will require 6 different antigens to activate them. At a high dose that's a TI1 antigens will that is a polyclonally activate all the B cell, that is irrespectively of further specificity. That is a TI1 antigens are called mutagens. There's a T-dependent and independent antigens, that is induced response in babies, induced response in that is atmaces in prime T cells and polyclonally activate B cells, and requires the repeating epitopes. These are the dependent antigens. That is a TL1 antigens and TI2 antigens. Why are babies that is unresponsive to that is TI2 antigens in adult? Immature, that is adult immature B cells that bind to multivalent self antigen undergo the apoptosis. In immature B1, there is adult non-bone marrow derived B1 cells are directly stimulated by antigen containing multivalent epitopes producing IgM without T cell help. Why are babies unresponsive to the that is TL2 antigens in babies? All B cells, B1, B2 are immature. That is immature B cells that bind to multivalent self-antigen undergo the apoptosis. And as with adult B cells, mature B cells that bind multivalent self-antigen undergo the apoptosis. And hence babies do not respond to that is a TI2 antigens. T-dependent independent antigens. That is induced response in babies, induced response in apnea, and that is a prime T cells and polyclonally activate B cells. And required repeating epitopes this is a T-dependent antigens, TI1 antigen and TI2 antigens. That is activation B1 and B2 cells, and activate B1 and B2 and B cells in a TI1 and TI2 they activate only B1 B cells. And these are the examples: diphtheria, toxins, influenza, and bacterial and pneumococcal, that is a salmonella. The immune, that is detector mechanisms against extracellular pathogens and toxins, that is a neutralization. It's a bacterium. It's adherence to the host cell block, prevent invasion. Toxins and the toxin release block, prevent the toxicity. The neutralization antibodies. The effector's mechanism against extracellular pathogens that is opsonization. This is bacterial in the extracellular space. It's opsonization. And FC receptor binding and phagocytosis process happen. Effector's mechanism against extracellular pathogens, complement activation, bacterial in plasma, that is a complement, opsonization, lysis, complement and FC receptor binding and phagocytosis. Thank you.